hopefully soon enough, we will be done with Zoom meetings, and we could have done this in Frankfurt in the Capitol, as has been done for many, many years. I know I was sworn in 1983 in the Capitol. I think it was in the courtroom. The group has gotten so large, typically it's been now done in the House of Representatives. So we appreciate your forbearance and understanding that we're doing it by Zoom, and welcome to all family members who have gotten you here. Certainly you got yourself into law school. You did well in law school, well enough to pass the bar exam. You passed the bar exam. But all your family and significant others who were there with you along the way, they also deserve a round of applause. And if we were live, I would ask you to turn around, look at your family members, and applaud them. So with that, we will get on with the festivities. So do we have, Ms. Stevens, do we have any special motions to admit some of these young people to the bar? So, Ms. Stevens, you are muted.
Oh, it's that kind of morning, Justice Van Meter. Does everybody see the screen with the PowerPoint?
Yes.
All right, so we are ready to go with special motions, and our first motion this morning is from Joseph H. Conley.
Conley, go ahead.
I, Joseph H. Conley, attorney from Carlisle, Kentucky. Mission of my granddaughter, Chloe Margaret Anderson, who is the 5th generation of this family to be admitted to the bar, to be licensed and admitted to the practice of law in all the courts of the Commonwealth. She has complied with all the requirements to be so admitted. Thank you.
Before I grant that motion, the most important qualification is, did she pay her fees?
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay, she wouldn't be here if she hadn't paid her fee, but basically I've now already shown my, so I will assume that everyone has paid their fee. So that motion's granted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
The next motion is from Dana Howard.
We can leave now, that's it.
Well, I'm still on there.
Dana Howard. Okay, it does not look like we have Dana on this morning, so we're going to pass this for the moment. The next motion will be from Carolyn Allen.
I should add, if there's a special motion and our clerk, Ms. Stevens, calls your name, you're up. And you're muted, I think.
Ms. Allen, you may want to check to see which microphone you are using. So on where your mute icon is, hit the little caret and look for your video. In the meantime, we'll pass and come back to you. Our next motion is from Ross Murray. Uh-oh.
Well, the really good news is we only have 6 of these to do.
All right, hang tight. We'll try another. Brandy Lewis.
Ready? I, Brandy Lewis, move the admission of my associate and friend, Whitney Daniel Rowe to be licensed and admitted to the practice of law in all courts of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. She has complied with all the requirements to be so admitted.
All right, thank you. We will grant that motion.
Our next motion is from Zachary Dembo.
Good morning. I, Zachary David Dembo, proudly move the admission of my fiancée, Lindsay Dawn Studebaker, to be licensed and admitted to the practice of law in all courts of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. She has complied with all the requirements to be so admitted.
Thank you. We will grant that motion. Congratulations.
Our next motion is from Greg Thornton.
Greg Thornton, move the admission of my son to be licensed and admitted to the practice of law in all courts of the Commonwealth, has complied with all the requirements to be so admitted.
Was he an Eastern Little Leaguer?
Yes, he was.
All right, then we proudly grant that motion.
All right, Ms. Allen. Have you had any luck there? Oh, can't hear you. All right. Well, we will note Ms. Allen's motion and we apologize for the technical difficulties. There's nothing like a Zoom session, and we'll include let me go, Zachary Losey with the regular motions as well. So we'll note that you had a motion. Very good. All right. And Mr. Murray. Oh, also still a little bit of trouble, but your motion is noted, Mr. Murray. We
Granted.
apologize for the difficulty here. All right, Justice Van Meter, that concludes all of our special motions. So I believe it is time for Mr. Meyer.
Hey, Mr. Meyer, are you ready to go?
I am, Your Honor. I hope my audio is working too. Can you all hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Very good, very good. Well, we're in the Disney Springs Resort, so hopefully everything will go smoothly today. Justice Van Meter, may it please the court. Justice of the Kentucky Supreme Court and honored guest, I am J.D. Meyer, and I'm serving as the president of the Kentucky Bar Association. It's my duty and honor to move the court that the individuals who appear before you here today be admitted to the office of attorney and counselor at law and be allowed to appear as such before all courts in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. In support of this motion, I represent that all individuals have successfully completed their academic training. They have been found to be of good moral character by the Character and Fitness Committee, and they have successfully completed examination by the Kentucky Board of Bar Examiners. These individuals are well qualified to assume their office as attorney at law and become members of the Kentucky Bar Association and officers of the Supreme Court of Kentucky.
And most importantly, they've paid their fees, correct?
They have all paid their fees, Your Honor. That's correct.
All right, I appreciate that. All those motions will be granted. Ms. Stevens, are we ready for administration of the oath, or are we going to go through and introduce all these new young lawyers to the world by the PowerPoint?
Judge, I will read the names. I will read the
Okay.
names of all those who have been submitted before you. The first is Caroline Aller Augenstein. Savannah Grace Baker. Jonathan Robert Barnes. Darian Danae Botts. Christina Elizabeth Collins. Kaylee Francis Collins. Terry Lynn Collins. McKinley Jewel Cornett. Christopher Wren Eller. Christian Shade Farmer. Tristan Finn. Joseph Bradley Gabbard. Jennifer Lynn Oran. Daniel Gregory Leffel. James McFarland McClure. Cody Patrick McAvoy. Chester Irvin Nielsen IV. Montana Lee Palmer. Daniel Lewis Parker. Saman Patel. Cassidy Brene Price. Laura Marie Shahan. Madison Grace Snelling. Laureen Natalie Tatum. Margaret Morgan Tinker. Michael Allen Vance. Valerie Ann Whitlock. Lindsay Yates. Michael Alexander Young. Congratulations. I'd also like to add just to that list, those that we were having technical difficulties with, Your Honor. That's Dominic Devon Ellis, Zachary Douglas Losey, and Joshua Edmund Murray, just to make the record clear.
And Mr. Meyer, let me add to that, David Scott Borum is in this session as well.
And David Scott Board.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody's getting their camera on. So here's the important part, which is the administration of the oath. So if everyone would raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof? That you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of attorney at law according to law? And do you further solemnly swear or affirm that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help you God? Do you so swear or affirm?
I do.
I do.
I do. I do.
All right, congratulations in the club. You're now fully licensed to practice law. Ms. Stevens will prepare your certificates and send those to you within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Again, you should celebrate with your family and friends. They, as much as anyone, helped y'all through this. I know it's very stressful to get through law school. I do have just a few things I want to say before I let you go. The first is in the oath, obviously there's the part about you're agreed to follow the rules and become a lawyer, but there's the part about no dueling, right? And so that from time to time has been, this is anachronistic. It comes from the 1850 Constitution. Why do we still have that in our oath? Well, it's still in the Constitution. And the reason I think it's not anachronistic is because it signifies our respect for the rule of law and that we will submit our differences, no matter what they are, to the courts for resolution and not to the field of honor. So I would like you to remember that and not, so whenever you hear the dueling part of the oath, not to laugh, snicker, whatever, that's typically what happens. But think about the purpose of why it's there. The other thing, I love history. The practice of law is a lot about history because we read these old cases and we take guidance from them. But I'm reading a book on German history, and at the start of one of the chapters, it has a quotation that was found on a door in this German town. It's from the Middle Ages, and what it says is, "Eat and drink, forget not God, protect your honor. No one will ask more of you than that." So what I want to focus on is the part about protect your honor. As a lawyer, we see it all the time. You are tasked with zealously representing your clients, and we expect you to do that. But always protect your honor. Don't represent your clients so zealously that you forget your honor and perhaps stretch the truth or actually maybe even lie. Because if you do that, even, it's not just to the courts, it's to other lawyers, it's to your clients, it's to the people you come in contact with every day. Your reputation and your honor is your most precious possession in the practice of law. And when you cross the line and lose your honor, you will never get it back. You take a lifetime building your reputation, your goodwill, and you could lose it at an instant. So I would encourage you to always remember that and not do that. Just protect your honor. So with that, that concludes my remarks. Again, congratulations. I know it's been a journey. The practice of law. One of my former law partners said, the practice of law would be a lot of fun if it weren't for the other lawyers, your clients, and the judges. So please remember that practice of law is a lot of fun. It is stressful, but you're there to help people, and that's what you do. So I appreciate your coming in. Again, I apologize for the Zoom. I apologize for the troubles we've had. It seems that hopefully the COVID will be over soon enough, and that we can all do away with the mask, do away with the vaccines, and then get back to a normal life. So again, congratulations. And with that, that concludes our remarks. Ms. Stevens, do we have anything else?
Justice Van Meter, I just want to pass along my congratulations to this group as well, and my apologies for our troubles this morning, and to invite you all to please stop by the Capitol at your earliest opportunity. You're most welcome, and we're just sorry that we couldn't have you here today. So with that, we have no further business, and this meeting is adjourned.